Have you ever given someone everything you had and still felt like it wasn't enough? Have you stayed awake at night worrying about someone while they were sleeping peacefully without a single thought about you? Have you emptied your bank account, canceled your plans, buried your own pain, and showed up for someone again and again, only for them to vanish the moment you needed support back? If that question hit a nerve, listen closely. Because what we're about to talk about is something many people only realize after they've already lost years of their life trying to save everyone else. But before we go further, quick thing. This is the kind of content algorithms quietly bury because it teaches people how to stop being emotionally drained by others. If you value insights like this, subscribe now so you don't miss the next one. This video isn't about becoming cold. It's about recognizing 5 types of people who quietly drain the life out of you. People you probably care about. People you've sacrificed for. People who looked you in the eyes and convinced you they valued you. Many of us have been there. The person everyone calls when things fall apart. The one answering the phone at midnight. The one lending money we didn't even have. We give and give and give again until one day we realize something painful. When we finally need someone to show up for us, there's only silence. That silence teaches a brutal lesson. Not everyone deserves the depth of what you carry inside you. Because some people have a pattern. They take everything you offer and leave you empty. Once you learn to recognize these 5 types, your relationships will never look the same again. The person who only remembers you when they need something. Think of someone you haven't heard from in weeks, maybe months. Someone you once sacrificed for. Now, think about the last time they contacted you. Was it to ask how you were doing? Or was it because something went wrong and they needed help fixing it? Here's the painful truth. Some people don't miss you. They miss what you do for them. And there's a huge difference between those 2 things. These people know exactly how to show up when they need something. They say the right words. They make you feel important. They remind you how much they value you. And because you care about them, you give again. Your time, your energy, your emotional strength. Then, once their problem is solved, they disappear until the next emergency. Ask yourself something simple. When was the last time this person checked on your heart without needing anything? If you can't remember, that tells you everything. You can love someone and still choose distance. Stop being someone's emergency contact when they won't even answer your call when you're struggling. The person who is addicted to their own problems. This one is confusing because their pain looks very real. They come to you overwhelmed, broken, lost, and because you're compassionate, you sit with them. You listen. You stay up late trying to help them figure things out. You offer thoughtful advice, but something strange happens. Every solution you offer gets rejected. That won't work. It's too hard. You don't understand. Weeks pass, months pass, and you have the exact same conversation again. Same pain, same situation, nothing changes. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some people don't actually want their problem solved. Their struggle gives them something. Attention, excuses, a reason not to change. As long as the problem exists, you'll keep showing up, and your kindness becomes the fuel that keeps the cycle going. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is say, "I believe you're capable of more than this," and then step back. You cannot drag someone out of a fire they are choosing to sit in. Stop burning yourself trying to light the way for someone who keeps blowing out the flame. The person who blames you when things fall apart. This type doesn't just drain your energy, they damage your confidence. They come to you lost and desperate. You offer genuine advice, thoughtful advice, advice that costs emotional energy to give. They thank you.
They say you're the only one they trust. Then things go wrong. Suddenly, the story changes. You told me to do this. If I hadn't listened to you, none of this would have happened. And because you care, you start doubting yourself. You replay the situation in your head. You carry guilt that never belonged to you. Let's be clear about something. You are not responsible for someone else's life decisions. You gave your best perspective. They chose what to do with it. The moment someone turns your help into blame, they're revealing something important. They refuse to take responsibility for their own choices, and the easiest target becomes the person who tried to help. If you stay in that cycle, every failure in their life will eventually become your fault. That's not a friendship, that's a trap, and you're allowed to walk away from traps. The friend who secretly competes with you. This one breaks people slowly over time, because it doesn't look toxic at first. They smile, they congratulate you, they show up, but something always feels slightly off. When you share good news, they respond politely, but the excitement never reaches their eyes. When you talk about a dream, they immediately start listing reasons it might fail. Not like a supportive friend helping you prepare, but in a quiet way that shrinks your confidence. When you succeed, they quickly mention something bigger they've done. When you struggle, they seem strangely calm, almost comfortable. This person measures their life against yours constantly. Your growth makes them feel smaller, so they stay close enough to watch, but never close enough to truly support you. And, over time, you start noticing something else. You feel drained after being around them. That heaviness has a name. It's the weight of someone else's envy pressing down on your spirit. Protect your dreams carefully. Not everyone standing beside you is standing for you. The person who wants to be rescued but refuses to change. This one hurts the most because their pain is real. Their wounds are real, and you genuinely want to see them heal. So you give everything you have. You encourage them. You support them. You believe in them when they can't believe in themselves. But something keeps happening. They return to the same destructive patterns, the same relationships, the same habits, the same choices. And every time they fall, you catch them. You rebuild them. You pour your hope into them again. But here's the hardest truth in this entire video. You cannot want someone's healing more than they want it themselves. You cannot carry someone up a mountain they refuse to climb. All that happens is you destroy your own strength trying. Sometimes stepping back is not abandonment. Sometimes it's the only way someone will ever face the consequences needed to change. You are not a hospital. You are not a bottomless well of emotional energy. You are a human being with your own life to live. Let's bring this together. The person who only calls when they need something. Stop being available on demand. The person addicted to their own problems. Stop exhausting yourself trying to fix someone who refuses to change. The person who blames you for their failures. Stop carrying responsibility that was never yours. The friend who secretly competes with you. Stop sharing your dreams with someone who measures themselves against you. The person who wants to be rescued but refuses to change. Stop sacrificing your healing for someone who hasn't chosen theirs. And yes, these people are rarely strangers. Often they're the people you've loved the longest. But every ounce of energy you give to someone who constantly drains you is energy you're stealing from your own life, from your dreams, from the people who actually value you. Because those people exist. People who check on you simply because they care. People who celebrate your success like it's their own. People who stay when staying is difficult. You deserve those people, but you'll never have space for them while your life is filled with people who only take. So, here's one simple exercise. Think of one person from this video. Just one. someone whose face appeared in your mind while listening. Now ask yourself one honest question. What would my life feel like if I finally stopped giving that person what they have not earned? Not what their life would look like, yours would look like. Because the most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. Every time you abandon your peace to rescue someone who refuses to change, you send yourself a quiet message that everyone else matters more than you do. Today, you change that message because you always deserved better. You just forgot to believe it.